Welcome to the Raise Your Energy podcast, where we explore the depths of the human mind and uncover ways to live a more fulfilled, peaceful life. Today's episode is for anyone who's been battling with anxiety, with those racing thoughts, the physical tension, and that sinking feeling in your stomach, and feels like they've tried everything but nothing has truly worked. Maybe you've practiced deep breathing, taking long walks, or even turned to books and apps claiming to help you beat anxiety, only to find that the peace you hoped just didn't last. If this sounds like you, then this episode is going to change the way you think about anxiety forever. Let's get started. Here's the thing. If you know how something works, you can change it, right? Anxiety isn't a random force that strikes out of nowhere. It's not just how you are. Anxiety is created step by step by patterns in your mind and in your body. And when you understand how it's created, you gain the power to undo it. In today's episode, we are diving deep into how anxiety actually works. I'm going to share profound insights to help you break free from the grip of anxiety. I will show you why anxiety persists, how it's tied to your inner dialogue and subconscious patterns, and most importantly, what you can do to free yourself from it. By the end of this episode, you will have a roadmap to finally break the cycle of anxiety. Not through suppression or temporary fixes, but by addressing its root cause. Let's take a moment to reflect on something important. What happens if nothing changes? What happens if the anxiety you're feeling now becomes a regular part of your life? Maybe you've already started to notice the signs. The way anxiety drains your energy, making small tasks just feel overwhelming. The way it keeps you up at night, replaying conversations or imagining worst-case scenarios. Or how it's creeping into your relationships, making it harder for you to connect with others because your mind is so busy battling itself. Here's a hard truth. Anxiety left unchecked has ripple effects. It doesn't just stay in one area of your life. Over time, it impacts your health, your work, your relationships, and even your ability to enjoy the simple moments of life. But here's the thing. You don't have to wait until it gets worse before you take action. Change doesn't have to come only when the pain becomes unbearable. Instead, I want to ask you this. Are you already tired of feeling like you're at the mercy of your own mind? Are you noticing that anxiety is robbing you of peace, of focus, of joy? And if so, is it possible that now is the time to do something about it? Take a moment to sit with those questions. Really let them sink in, because here's what I want you to know. There is a way to step out of the cycle. Anxiety doesn't have to define your life, but the choice to make a change starts with you. Let's talk about how anxiety is created, because once you understand this, you will see that anxiety isn't something random or uncontrollable. It's actually a pattern, a cycle that your mind and body get stuck in. At its core, anxiety is about your mind playing tricks on you. Yeah. Here's how it works. Your brain takes something that happened in the past, a moment when you maybe felt fear, stress, or uncertainty, and then it uses that memory to predict what might happen in the future. It's like your brain saying, last time this happened, things went badly. So let's prepare for the worst. But here's the catch. When your brain projects these past experiences into your future, your body doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. It reacts as though the imagined scenario is actually happening right now. Your heart races, your muscles tense up, you might even feel that sinking sensation in your stomach. And when this happens over and over and over again, your body becomes conditioned to live in the state of high alert. It's like a car engine stuck in overdrive. It's exhausting and it takes a toll on your health, your focus, and your sense of well-being. Here's the key insight. Anxiety is not happening to you. It's being created by these loops of thoughts, feelings, and your reactions. And the good news is, if it can be created, it can also be undone. The first step is to recognize when this is happening. When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to pause and ask yourself, what story is my mind telling me right now? Is this scenario actually happening? Or is it something I'm imagining based on the past? By becoming aware of this process, you begin to interrupt that cycle. And over time, as you catch these moments and choose not to feed the fear, your body starts to learn that it doesn't have to stay in that constant state of fight and flight. This isn't about suppressing anxiety or ignoring it. It's about understanding it and breaking the pattern that keeps it alive. To make this more real, let's look at a couple of everyday examples where anxiety shows up and how you can begin to break that cycle, okay? Imagine you're preparing for an important meeting at work. Maybe the last time you presented an idea, you stumbled over your words and someone made a comment that left you feeling embarrassed. Now, as this new meeting approaches, your mind starts replaying that moment. What if I mess up again? What if they don't take me seriously? Before you know it, your body is in full fight and flight mode. Your heart is racing, your palms are sweaty, and you feel on edge. Here's the first step. Pause and become aware of what's happening. Ask yourself, am I reacting to this meeting or am I reacting to a memory of what happened last time? Recognizing that your body is responding to an imagined scenario allows you to take a step back. Take a few deep breaths, remind yourself that this is a new situation and focus on the preparation you've done rather than the fear of the past repeating itself. Here's another example. Maybe you're waiting for test results from the doctor and your mind immediately jumps to the worst case scenario. You start thinking, what if it's something serious? What will I do then? Your body tenses up and your mind spirals into fear. Again, pause and ask yourself, what is actually happening right now? Remind yourself that you don't have all the facts yet and that worrying won't change the outcome anyway. Instead, focus on what you can control, like staying calm and present while you wait. By noticing when these loops begin, you can stop feeding them and start breaking free from the grip. It all starts with awareness. Now that you understand how anxiety is created and how to catch it in the moment, let's talk about the next step. What to do after you stop the loop. This is where the real transformation begins. One of the most powerful things you can do to overcome anxiety is to train yourself to spend time in the present moment. I know this might sound simple, but I can tell you from personal experience, it's one of my secret weapons for change, happiness, and health. Here's why it works. When you are truly present, your mind isn't replaying the past or worrying about the future. It's right here, in the now, where anxiety simply doesn't exist. But for most of us, this doesn't come naturally. Our minds have been conditioned to wonder, to focus on problems, and to anticipate the worst. So the key is to practice bringing your attention back to the present moment over and over and over again. One way to do this is through meditation. What I have learned mostly from Dr. Joe Dispenza is that meditation isn't just about relaxing. It's about rewiring your brain and your body. When you meditate, you're training yourself to notice those subconscious thoughts and those feelings that just keep fueling anxiety without then you getting caught up in them. Instead of reacting, you learn to let them pass, just like clouds in the sky. Another powerful practice is to step into the present moment by simply paying attention to what you're doing in the moment. Whether you are drinking your morning coffee, or you're walking in the park, or even washing the dishes, bring your focus to the sensations, the sounds, and the experience of what's happening right now. This helps retrain your brain to stay anchored into the present moment, where peace and joy are always available to you. The more you practice this, the more your body learns that it doesn't need to stay in the state of fear. You're essentially teaching it a new habit, a habit of calm, balance, and resilience. And over time, those old patterns of anxiety will just start to fade away. So if you're ready to break from anxiety, I encourage you to make this a daily practice. Set aside just 10 minutes a day to meditate or to simply be present in whatever you're doing. It might feel challenging at first, but with consistency, you will notice a shift. I promise you that. You will start to feel more grounded, more in control, and more at peace. I created a free resource to help you connect with the present moment and start rewiring your mind and body for peace. It's called Mind Your Energy, and it includes some of the best tips in 4 short video lessons and a guided meditation to support you on this journey. You can sign up for free at lindalange.com/MYE for Mind Your Energy. It's my gift to you, and I know it will make a real difference as you take the next step forward, breaking free from anxiety. As we close this episode, I want to leave you with this thought. Anxiety does not define you, okay? It's not who you are. It's a pattern, and like any pattern, it can be changed. The fact that you're here, listening, tells me that you're ready to take that step. Imagine what your life could look like if anxiety no longer held you back. If you woke up each day feeling calm, focused, and in control. That future is possible, but it starts with one choice, the decision to break the cycle. You've already taken the first step by listening today. Now it's time to apply what you've learned. Start small. Be consistent and trust that change is possible. You deserve to live a life filled with peace, joy, and freedom. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, take care of yourself. You got this. Bye-bye.